Hello students, in this video we will be studying about scalar and vector quantities. So let's start. First of all we will start what are physical quantities. What are physical quantities? The quantities which has only magnitude and no direction are called physical quantities. What are physical quantities? Quantities that can be measured actually. What are physical quantities? Physical quantities are those quantities which can be measured, like quantities that can be measured. Quantities that can be measured are called physical quantities. Okay, example: length, mass, time, temperature. Okay, these all are what? Length, mass, time, temperature. These all are what? Physical quantities. But can you think of those quantities which we can never measure? Those type of quantities like anger, fear, love. These type of quantities can't be measured and these are not considered as physical quantities. Now what can we do? We can divide these physical quantities into two categories. These physical quantities can be described into two categories. One is scalar and the other one is vector quantity. So what happens in case of scalar quantities? Scalar quantities has only magnitude. It has only magnitude but has got no direction. Scalar quantities has only magnitude but no direction. But in case of vector quantities, it has both magnitude and direction. Okay, vector quantity has got both magnitude and direction. Okay, so I am showing you that by the help of an example. Like speed is a scalar quantity. If someone is telling that a speed of a car is 50 km per hour, he is telling only about speed, which is a scalar quantity. But if a person tells that a car is going 50 km per hour towards north, then what type of quantity it is? It will be a vector quantity, because here we know the magnitude. Magnitude means 30 is less, 50 is more. It has got both magnitude and direction. It has got magnitude as well as direction. Okay, so example, scalar quantity can be speed, time, temperature. Example of vector quantities: velocity, displacement. Now we will study the difference between distance and displacement. Okay, so for that let us study Pythagoras theorem, which will help us in solving the sums related to distance and displacement. So let us start. Let us first do Pythagoras theorem. In some ways, like maths and physics are interrelated. Let us start explaining the Pythagoras theorem. So what does Pythagoras theorem state? Pythagoras theorem states that this is perpendicular, this is base, and this is hypotenuse. So Pythagoras theorem states that hypotenuse square equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse square states that hypotenuse square equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay, so this is called Pythagoras theorem. So it takes place in case of a right angle triangle. This is 90 degree. This is perpendicular. The sign of perpendicular is given like this. This is perpendicular. So the side opposite to perpendicular is hypotenuse. If you consider this as base, this will be perpendicular. And if we consider this as base, this will be the perpendicular. Now let us show you by the help of an example. Let us assume that a particle was moving like this 3 km, and then the particle was moving like this 4 km, and if you join this directly, what we are going to get? This is AB and this is BC. So what is the distance covered over here? what is the distance covered over here? It will be 3 plus 4 kilometer, that is equals to 7 kilometer. And what will be the displacement in this case? So the displacement in this case will be, we can find this by the help of Pythagoras theorem. Displacement is actually AC. So how to find AC? If you think about Pythagoras theorem, this is the hypotenuse, this is the base, and this one is perpendicular. And as we know that hypotenuse square equals to perpendicular square plus base square, so we can write AC square equals to 3 square plus 4 square. This 3 square will be 9 and 4 square will be 16. 16 plus 9 will be 25. So AC will be root over of 25. Therefore AC will be equals to 5 kilometer. So if a person goes from A to B, then B to C, that is called distance. But if a person goes directly, means the minimum distance between the initial and the final position of the body is called displacement. So this AC will be 5 kilometer and AB and BC will be 7 kilometer, which is the distance. So that's the difference between the distance and displacement. Distance is a scalar quantity, it doesn't depend upon direction, and displacement is a vector quantity, it depends upon the direction. I hope you understood this. Thanks for watching this video.